Morning everybody, it's Tarp from Bath Outdoors, and we had a perfect bit of bike packing last night. So we've had a nice early morning, we've got a bit of nice light, so what I thought I'd do is just take everybody through a hamping and sort of tarp setup using ridgeline. And obviously a lot of these setups are quite personal, so you'll see people using different setups, but this is one that I quite like. So this consists of a DD Superlight tarp. We've got a ridge line here. That doesn't come with the tarp, you've got to make that up, but that's quite good fun going through that process. And underneath I've got a DD camping hammock, but I've actually put a slightly lighter weight, less bulky suspension system on it, because I really like the DD camping hammock because it's got a couple of pockets. It's 2 layers, so you can kind of sneak in there when it gets a wee bit colder or there's some biting insects about. So anyway, I'm going to get on with the setup for you, just so you can see what we've got going on. So normally the first thing I'll do when I come in is I'll pop a ridge line up, and depending on what time of year and what the weather's like, depends on how high you set up. If it's a nice sort of lovely sort of evening like we had last night, you can set it up even higher, and that means you get nice views out underneath the hammock. Or if the weather's a bit miserable, you can cinch it down to the ground, and that gives you more protection from the weather. I've got a little UCO candle lantern just hanging from there, and it just means at night, if you're going to take a little book with you or something like that, or you just want a little bit of light under there, it's some nice natural light, and not that nasty white light you get from the headlights. So moving on a little bit, just you know, again, we said that this is all sort of personal preference, but I tend to keep some useful little things on a little lanyard, and at the end of the night I just pop it, you know, on the hammock or on the tarp, and there's, you know, a fire steel, a tin opener, spare guy, rope runner, you never know, a little hip lock key. That's quite a handy little bike packing security lock, and then also just a little 3-inch everyday carrying knife, and that means that you're never going to lose that, so it's just nice and simple. Pop it through here, and one of the nice, obviously with the tarps, if you want to open up the view a little bit, you can just get, you know, a nice wee little twig or a bit of wood that you find, and you can just prop up the sides. One of the additional features of the DD camping hammock is that they come with these little pockets that hang down, and they're really handy. You can put earphones in there. Got an Actic Core Petzl headlight, really incredibly powerful these days. I'm so surprised, and it's got the nice red filter on it at night, so you can tone down the lights. I've also always carry a little Petzl E-light along with me, a really super lightweight sort of headlight to carry, and a bit of contact lens solution as well. Also doubles up as saline solution, so you can use that to sort of flush out, irrigate wounds and things like that. So everything's got a couple of different purposes. In here, you know, you've just got your sleeping setup. So generally, you know, I tend to sleep with an air mat. Some people use the under quilts, but I find them a little bit bulky for bike packing. So we've got an Exped UL mat in there, which is a really good bike packing mat. I've got a little 1-season sleeping bag that's only about 500 or 600 grams because weather's really nice. And then in here, just got a little stuff sack that I stuff with any of the clothes I'm not wearing, and that doubles up as a pillow. So and that's a really sort of comfortable sort of setup. I had a perfect night's sleep last night. A couple of other things that I tend to do is rather than leaving kit and equipment out where it can get wet, I'll just hang it on the end of the hammock, so you can see my helmet. This Ortlieb 13-litre PFD dry bag, that goes on the front of my bike packing harnesses in there, and then also my seat pack. So you know, it's a really lovely way to enjoy the outdoors, very comfortable, and one of the nice things about sort of hammocks that I enjoy over tents is that you're just much more open, so you get to see everything. Sometimes when you zip up that tent, you're just closing out the world, and actually when you're in the outdoors it's quite nice to be able to, you know, see the bats flying at night, and you often get, you know, sort of muntjac, roe deer, things like that in the morning that you get to see, which is a bit of a treat. So so this is the DD Hammocks Superlight Tarp camping hammock, and actually I've just used a Superlight suspension system off of there. Great bit of kit, I really enjoy it. So when we do our Bath Outdoors bivvy nights, you'll see all sorts of different setups that we take up with us. Sometimes we have some demo kit as well, so you can give hammocks a go, but as you can see, it's a pretty simple system set up, very easy to use, and very portable, so a great system. Anyway, if you've got any questions, please pop into the store, ask, drop us an email, contact us through social media, and if you've enjoyed this video, please like, follow, subscribe,